Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a battle for Total War Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai. Can't really consider this one that much of a disaster. The balance of power is not in our favor, but only by a small degree. So, hard to call this one a disaster. But the reason why I've chosen this save file here is because I'm pretty much starved for choice when it comes to Fall of the Samurai save files that have been sent in, because there just hasn't been that many sent in, and I just really want to cover it. And I think this is, at the very least, an interesting scenario where I can show you a cool technique with Fall of Samurai. So we're using a mostly gun army going up against a mostly traditional samurai army, and let's jump in here and see what we can do. The guy in the email did say that he can't manage to win this battle, and I'll read out the email to give some context. So let's do that. So I'm just going to read it out. He says, "Hi there. I'm not a beginner at Total War games, but in this battle, I'm in a ditch. In Fall of Samurai, I'm a big fan of line infantry spam. The reason is the AI, especially in the early game, is a fan of samurai and levy units with small amounts of modern units. And I usually overpower the enemy with all-round superior stats and cover my flanks with spear samurai against flanking cavalry. However, I did not take into account an army fully comprised of samurai and a map that is against me. The enemy samurai, when entering gun range, immediately activate the speed buff and charge into my lines, with 1 or 2 shots having been fired. And my line infantry get demolished, all the while the cavalry harassing my flanks and mixing targeting AI. I'm not sure what that means there, but okay. The terrain is not good, since the only proper height advantage is a forest, which reduces range and accuracy of my infantry, while open fields my infantry get overrun. I personally suck at cavalry micro and ignore their existence most of the time, so I don't have any cavalry, and the only special unit I have is a group of ninjas." Okay, let's have a look at the map here. So yeah, a lot of forest in here, which for ranged units, that is not ideal to fight, because it does block a lot of shots. I do not think that the forest reduces his range. I think it reduces his accuracy, absolutely. There's a bit of a high ground over here, a bit of a field here, more of a field here. This would be better terrain, and there's a high ground over here. It's near the corner, but honestly, this is where we should stand and fight. Nice, like a gentle enough slope that there's not going to be any cover for the AI except over here, which I don't think they're going to utilize. Yeah, okay, let's do that over there. Not specifically trying to corner camp, it's to gain terrain advantage. When playing with guns, I think terrain advantage is really bloody important, especially if they're coming at us with a full line of samurai. Because if you just do this, right? If you just do this, which is what a lot of people will do, just spaghetti line as much as possible. That way all the guns will fire, because these are not Warhammer guns. If you put them in a formation like this, only the first and sometimes the second line will shoot if you've got Neil Fire on, but the rest of them will just be sitting around. And guns are absolutely devastating in this game. So you want to make sure their fire rate is as high as possible, which means you need to get them as wide as possible. So I imagine he did something like this, and if they just charge into the center, right, and they don't go super wide, then that would be how I handle it if the enemy was going this way. But again, I don't have a replay, so I don't know exactly what he did. I can only just assume that he was, fighting in the forest here, because that's what he said he did. Okay, so what I want to do is get over to this location. I think they'll come at us, even though we're the attacker in this scenario, because we've got range superiority and they've got melee superiority, so they're going to make use of it. We're outnumbered by 2 units as well, but I don't think that really matters that much. Bounce power is pretty much even. Like I said, not really a disaster battle, but more an interesting scenario. I just want to showcase some Shogun 2 Fall of Samurai stuff. And if you like the look of this game and you want to see more of it, please send in more save files, because I actually prefer Fall of the Samurai over base game Shogun 2. Just my personal preference, which is weird because I usually don't like gun warfare. But I don't think there's been a Total War game that's done guns better than Fall of the Samurai, and that's why I like it so much. I also like the campaign better on Fall of Samurai. I think it's just got more depth to it, just more enjoyable. Okay, so... But Legend, it's a soccer game. Oh yeah, it's a soccer game, right? Okay, so what I'm going to use here is a technique. I'm just going to... I don't know if there's an official term for it, but I'm going to call it overlapping fields of fire, which when using high grounds up against like a melee-based army is really bloody... They are coming at us, right? Yeah, okay. It looks like we got a bit of time because we're only walking. Okay. What we want to do is layer our defenses. We're going to go into lines 2 men deep. And what you want to do with gun units is really get down on the ground and have a look at their line of sight. So if we put them over there, for example, you can see that they'd see mostly dirt. We don't want that, because guns, obviously, you don't arc those shots. So these guys here, their line of sight is completely clear. They'll all be clear. Okay, so these ones here, they're the front line. Put them in kneel fire. That'll allow the first two lines to shoot. Okay, then behind them, let's go with 2 units right behind them here. They don't have to be too far back, because this is honestly a pretty good hill. Maybe angle them a little bit. As long as when you're looking over their heads, you're not looking into the back of these guys directly. Right, I know I'm going to eventually want, say, 2 units in spaghetti line right here. And these guys, put them in control group actually. There. Okay, we've still got a few units left over here to deal with. So these ones here... Alright, this one could probably be angled a little bit.
Let them taste steel! Sweep them from the field!
Okay, we can put those guard mode and kneel fire.
On the line, sir! Ready for orders, sir!
Let's get another one right behind them here. And here.
At the double! Sweep them from the field!
Okay, and let's put them on. Yep. Okay, still got 3 more units to assign. Right, how about there? Now, I'm not going kneel fire here. I've created a weakness in my army for the cavalry to charge in on us.
Ready for orders, sir.
This last one here. Come up this way. I think that one will struggle to shoot, but we'll see. Okay, I think that one can come forward just a little bit.
Line infantry! Let them taste
But what we want to try to do here is ensure that as their charge comes in, as many of our guns are able to shoot at the same time. Again, overlapping fields of fire. Wait, is that really what it is? No, overlapping fields of fire is when you're shooting in from 2 different positions, right? Whatever. You tell me what you should call this. Okay, kneel fire, guard mode, kneel fire, guard mode. Okay, see, these guys here are going to shoot into the back of their heads. That's no good. Come back over here. Maybe there's not enough space. We don't want to get in too close here, or else, again, they'll... maybe we can go there, maybe. Honestly, that would be better in that position. Better bloody hurry, though. They're on their way. Alright, speed that up. And then guard mode and kneel fire. Just having a look at over the heads. Some of these guys, oh, it's not too bad. It's not fantastic, actually. Hang on. Let me just rotate just a little bit. Okay, you guys, move back, move forward. They charged into our line infantry a little bit, but that's okay. They didn't do very much damage. And the Yarikachi get in there. I was a little bit late on that because I was too busy finicking over here.
Sir, your hidden men have been spotted.
Okay, General, you can move over here. Don't worry about those archers. I've only got 1 unit of that. Not a big deal. As long as we're... Yep, everyone's shooting. That's what we want to see. Everybody's shooting. No one's obstructed. Good. And they sent in the General's bodyguard as well. Okay, Kisho ninjas. Come around over here. You guys need to shoot that. Oh my god. It's so devastating. Okay, over here, flank him. Okay, you need to inspire that one there. Let's move this one back. That's it. Those Kisho bombs. Okay, you guys actually run back. Don't fight that. Just run away from them. Let the guns shoot them. Okay, taking too much damage there. Let's move that back. Okay, you move back. You shoot this. Charge into that one's rear, actually. Good, none of our units are red in terms of damage. Very much minimal damage at this point. And that's the army losses there. They've been absolutely shredded. Don't get shot. Yeah, no, oh, damn it. One unit got into the red. Just one. How'd they go for kills? They didn't take much damage. 27. Okay. Cool. Well, you can see here we didn't really struggle with that battle. A few units took a little bit of damage, but nothing major. You'll easily recover from that. And these guys here, their army's obliterated. We could have taken on an army twice the size. Maybe. Let's have a look at some of the kills. So these guys here, 38, 54, 51, mostly against cavalry. 36. That one there didn't get that many. Oh, right, because it was dealing with the cavalry. Same thing with that one there. 113. No casualties. 74. 94. 85. 68. Good. The guys that were in the second row got a good number of kills. Less kills, but no damage on that one, so that's still good. Those ones were the ones that got charged. 75 on that one. And that was actually a good position there, it seems. Yeah, try to run down as many of them as we can. Especially those Yuge Kitai. Yeah, those are reasonably long range gun units. Get rid of them. Because honestly, the bow units are not a concern in Fall of Samurai. They just don't have the damage output that guns do. So I think my biggest mistake in that battle is just I wasn't quite ready when the charge came in for the cavalry. But honestly, it barely did anything. That was actually the part of the battle that went the best. But I just wasn't quite ready for it. I should have pulled my line infantry back a few seconds earlier. But like I said, I was just trying to fine-tune the friggin' front line there. So yeah, we killed 1,000, nearly 200, and we only lost not even a quarter of our army there, 1/5 of it, a little bit more than 1/5. Okay, and the remnants of their force is pretty much nothing. You'll have no problem handling that. Yeah, katana, kachi are not a big deal in Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai. In most cases, guns can really overcome them. Obviously, if they don't get shot and they get into the melee line there, they'll rip them to shreds. But these guys here likely got their belly full of lead right at the start. Anyway, if you enjoyed the way that that battle looked, and you want to see more Fall of the Samurai stuff, but obviously more challenging battles, by all means, please send me in some more save files. Let me know in the comments below some feedback about Fall of Samurai, whether or not you would prefer this over regular Shogun 2. My personal preference is actually Fall of the Samurai over regular Shogun 2. I feel like there are more opportunities available in Fall of Samurai due to the wider unit variety and also just the different strategic advantage and tactical advantages that you can do in Fall of Samurai, especially when it comes to naval bombardments and artillery, which I think is really fun in Fall of Samurai. So that's just my personal preference, but let me know your personal preference as well. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.